It was a really hard-fought football game on both sides. I think we both made our share of mistakes. There was some mistakes that they had made, and we really should have capitalized on earlier. But they're a really good football team, and they don't allow you to do that. They recover from their mistakes well. But I'm just really, really proud of the effort of our guys. Going in behind at half, 14-7, we just really talked to them at halftime about, hey, you got 24 minutes of football left to play. We knew we could move the ball offensively. Our defense was playing real well at the time, we felt, against a very potent offensive football team that just kind of grinds you to death. But, we all stepped up. I thought we played well on special teams tonight. Jacobs had the kick. That was the difference in the ball game. I'm really happy for him with regard to that because he struggled a little bit in the past. But, can't say enough about the guys that are sitting up here with me, and I can't say enough about the entire football team. We win things as a football team. We just had a great team effort all across the board. Yeah. It's kind of like last week for me. I mean, I know the kids are elated. Right now, it just hadn't sunk in yet, honestly. And I think part of it's we approach every ball game like it's nothing special. It's the same plan every week. We go out to practice and work with the same intensity every week, and we treat the opponent the same. And I think that's a really good thing. But I think from a celebratory standpoint, it's kind of a bad thing because we don't realize, or at least I don't realize, how special this is. When I wake up in the morning, I'll know it. This was great. This is awesome.
In a while. And like Coach Songy told us a little while ago, this is just the kind of stuff that you dream about. Like when you're 4 years old, growing up at the playground, this is just the kind of feeling, And you got to give a lot of credit to the fans. It's kind of like our 12th man out there, and it really helps out a lot.
I'm really pumped up for our community. I really am. Jesuits meant a lot to me and my family for a long time. The first stint when I was there in the 90s, we got close a couple of times and we weren't able to take that step. Jesuits always treated me and my family just really nice, and they're really special. And I see, especially over the course of the last couple of weeks, the texts, the emails, the notes, just talking to people around town, how important the success of our football is to our community. And I'm pumped for all of our fans. I really am. As far as taking over during the summer, no. I mean, this was kind of, I counted that I've had 2 off days since July 9th. Actually, that's not true. We went on vacation the next week, but then I had 2 off days the whole season. And so it's really kind of whipped by kind of fast, but it's been a heck of a lot of fun. These guys are a lot of fun to be around, and I'm almost sad from the standpoint of having to turn them loose now. These seniors are done, and they were something special. We've got a great group of players. It's just a great place to work with great kids. Trey's able to do that. Trey's a good football player. He works very hard at what he does. I think he's in sync with his receivers, with all of them I'm talking about. He comes through in the clutch, and he did again tonight. I'm not surprised by that at all. I don't think anybody should be surprised by that. He's come through the entire year. We lost 2 football games by a total of 6 points, and you don't do that without having a quarterback that makes clutch throws all the time.
We just stick to our regular game plan. Some people just weren't executing what they were supposed to do, taking a dive and stuff. But second half, the whole defense came out and just executed the original game plan.
Yes, sir. Well, I knew going in that it was 4th down, and you're right, it was a catchable pass, but I wanted to make sure the offense had good field position. Even if I did catch it, it would have been a touchback, and they would have been further back than having the ball, I think, on the 30-something. So
it's actually a catchable pass for them.
For them, yes, sir, it was also. I just made a break on the ball, and I just knew I had to bat it down in that situation.
It looked like you reached back with your left hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess it was just kind of one of those spur-of-the-moment things. I just kind of reached up and tried to make a play on the ball and batted it down.
They've done well all year for us. In fact, I think this last month they've played extremely well. If you're going to take away our passing game, you can't take away the run. You've got to give up something. It's people call it a chess match. It's more like checkers. It's really not all that complicated. But when when they're trying to take away what we're doing throwing the ball, there's going to be some open running lanes. Our offensive line did real well against a really good front. Our backs, Charles and Chris, they run as hard as anybody I've been around. So these guys running hard, us opening up the holes up front, and then loosening them up a little bit when we can get the pass going, it just makes everything work. And we get into a rhythm. We get very happy when we're in a rhythm. It keeps us on the field a little bit longer, keeps our defense off, and usually we come away with some points.
Was there anything in particular in the run game that was working?
Just really our basic fundamental runs, our base and dive and some zone stuff. We had nothing in extra special or tricky. We just felt like we had to do what we do best and execute from our standpoint, get better at what we've been doing all along. But we didn't have anything in special, no.
Charles, what was the key to your big second half?
Just the offensive line taking care of business and doing what they had to do. I mean, they made holes for me to run through, and it was just my job to run through them.
We knew it was going to be a big crowd. We had a nice crowd last week, Thanksgiving weekend against Rummel, and we kind of felt like it was coming on. We were going to have a lot of folks out there. It's really been a long time, and Jesuit High School, we take our academics extremely seriously, but we also take athletics very seriously. So I was not real surprised by the crowd that we had, and our guys, there they go right there by the window, they're elated when folks come out and watch them and cheer them on. And these same guys will be back in a couple of years doing the same thing for the younger programs that they leave behind. But anytime you play in front of a friendly crowd like that against an opponent like John Curtis, I'm sure it gives you a little bit of a boost. I know I was affected by it. Like, oh no. We really need to buckle down on defense and try to get the football back. They threw the ball a whole lot better than I thought they would. They executed their pass a lot better than I saw last week, and then I've seen most of the year. We've got some good athletes out there, and Washington actually might have thrown better than he ran. He completed some key balls. We felt like going in, we probably had to make them throw for us to win. They ran the ball with a little bit of success, but had a whole lot more passing success than we thought they would.